Back on the other side. That shit is still that hot. Crazy. Had to get my air filter and all that stuff out of the backside, even though this wind, it would help if we had a little bit of wind, but we don't have any. Yep. Now everything's just coming back towards me. Again. So it's not the wind. It's how I'm doing the pile. Y'all probably can't see anything. Dust off the windshield. See, look, that fire's already started back up. In that damn fire. He just scurried off. Take this clay and kind of just go over it. Press everything into place. And there's a little hole down there. You probably can't see it. I might dig it a little bit deeper, but I'll take this clay and just go over everything and press it. Pack it in. Track it in probably at a later date when it's not so muddy and I'm not just making a damn mess everywhere. And I tell you what, you'll never know this was here. with that one. pile done. And you can hardly tell I was there by the time you bush hog it. But anyways, yeah, when I bury the ashes, I typically track everything in, because you dug a big hole, you filled it in, and you need weight on it to kind of press it in. So it might take a couple of times of you moving clay around and this and that before it's packed back in properly, ready for a tractor or whatever to get on it. So if you just backfill it and leave it to settle, you're kind of setting somebody else up for failure. So yeah, but this other pile is going to be bigger than that pile, and I think I'm going to dig a bigger hole. So we'll see when I get there. This one, I think I'm going to dig a way bigger trench for. Can I open this up? I think I'm going to dig a bigger trench for it and push it in, like with the skid loader, like all at one time, and just push it in and back out really quick, so I'm not getting covered in ashes again. I think that's going to be smarter. I think the skid loader can push everything in small bites. It's not like it has to be a full bucket. Let me take a half a bucket and push it in and do it that way. Or with the excavator, blade it in. I think I might blade it in with the excavator, just little blade at a time, but do a much bigger, not a much bigger hole, just kind of like longer hole, because this pile is, I was going to say bigger, but it's not like it's a crazy difference. Bigger, but we'll do that. Maybe that'll work better. Instead of doing bucketful by bucketful, I'll push everything real slow, and I don't have a huge excavator, so I'm only going to be about 12 feet away from the fire with it somewhat curled in. The max reach on this, I think, is 17.9, which is a pretty good reach, but it's still, wind and how you throw it. Judging by that last one, it needs to be, we do something a little bit different. I wish the wind was kind of blowing hard one way, then it would make it easy, but there's not a lot of wind blowing at all. But it's definitely the perfect day to bury some ashes, because everything's completely wet. And you don't want anything catching back on fire, so remember that if you're doing this for the first time. And when I was burning this, I let everything burn through the night, because it was so wet. I knew everything would be fine, and that saves you some time right there. Stack it up before you leave, and it's just a smart way to go about things. And I see a lot of people on YouTube having a hard time getting fire started, and I'll tell you what, you gotta go all in. You can't just like half-ass start a fire. You gotta get some diesel, get some hay bales, get a hot spot going, quit playing with it. Get in there, get it burned, and get out. There's no need to, I want to wait and, I've already put this many, take as many gallons of fuel as it takes to get the damn fire started. You're here to burn, let's get it burning, let's get it going. So that's my attitude about it, and I don't know if my attitude's always right, but just, it doesn't matter. It'll go. You get it hot enough, it'll go. It was the wettest it's probably ever been in January, after 7 inches of rain, and I got a fire going, and I was going to give up on it, but I just kept putting more fuel on it, and we got it done, and lo and behold, burned for 3 days straight. So don't give up. That would be my advice. Just get in there and put some more stuff on it, some more fuel. Reminds me of that Metallica song. For those of you metalheads that know what I'm talking about. come back here and finish plowing some stuff out, moving a few things, doing some final touches, and calling it done. I'm doing another driveway job. I will be doing a landscape job and flagstone steps to a swimming pool. After that, I will be touching base with the customer to see if he wants to start his pond February 19th. And after that, I may or may not have a bunch of fence and trees to take out and demolition of a old barn and another pond. So the schedule's actually looking pretty good, but life can throw you curveballs that you aren't prepared for. So moving slow and steady towards just staying consistent, staying working, staying consistent. I think that's all that we can kind of strive for, and because one day you'll be walking along and life will be like, hey, you can't walk here. And then you're like, oh, what do I do? You're like, well, you either got to walk over or you got to walk around. And it's going to take about, I don't know, twice as long, if not a quarter of the way of the time that it would have took you to walk straight. So keep that in mind. It's not that you're walking, it's not going to be straight. There's definitely hills, there's roundabouts, there's sometimes you can go in reverse. So be thankful and be cautious and do all those things, and hopefully within years, because people think that this happens overnight. Well, I've been at it for 5 years now on an excavator, which is not a lot of time compared to people who've been doing it 20, 30. But you can definitely see when God is teaching you lessons in life that you're not going to get anywhere fast. No way, no how. Something's going to come up. The people that you see that move fast and you're like, oh, how did they do that and this and that? That's one person out of however many. And a lot of the times people make that assumption and not realize they worked for 14, 15 years to get to that point. And you kind of got to be a little bit wired. You got to be wired a little bit weird to be in business, I'm telling you. Because it demands you. It's hard. It's not easy. People don't. I've probably said that before in other videos, but people don't understand. They want other people to do the work. They want this, but a lot of times it's on you, no matter what. I had to rock that down, that far down. Thought it was pure clay out here, but yeah. About life ranting. Try to have a good day. Try to Super Bowl it up. I don't even know who's playing, to be honest with you. The Ravens or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to football. I kind of wish. I don't really wish that I did, but it'd be nice to be in a conversation where I'm like, yeah, he does good. He does good at throwing that ball. I don't know. It's just hard for me to get into it. I like equipment. Digging another septic tank hole. I think I'm going to use this to plow mud in. I don't want to get the skid loader tracks too dirty on that driveway job. That's another thing that sucks. But when you're not on jobs for months or weeks at a time and you're there for a day to 3 days to 5 days, you do have to clean your equipment a lot. That really is not the funnest thing to do. In this season, now I will say it's different for summer. Summertime, it's drier. You can, if your stuff sits overnight, you can kind of track in an area and blow it off or clean it off or whatever and not have to worry about it as much. But in the winter, stuff's just going to stick and stick and stick. Especially this damn clay. Got a pile going. Got a hole going. Fit a small car in there right now. For people who know, so yeah, it's a 2-foot bucket. If I put it this way, it's 30 some inches, right? So you got 30 some inches, and then you're probably another 18 inches from the top. So what does that equal? Oh no, 30 plus, that's 4 foot deep already. 4 foot deep, and it's probably tapering down from 8 feet wide to 5 feet wide. It's hard to tell on video. I kind of glance at the video as I'm digging, and that's pretty far down there, but you just never can tell. On video it looks like it's very shallow, but it's deeper than you think. I mean, you can see the top of my boom right there, and normally it's let's see, there's a normal height for it, and it's so your travel distance of your boom on video never really looks. I'm hitting that clay rock stuff that far down. That's good to know, because that pond's leaking over there that he may want fixed. And if I'm hitting that type of stuff that far down, that kind of gives me a good indication of if they didn't line the bottom of the pond good enough with clay, because there's no dam on that pond, the big pond out here. There's no dam. We know the other one, the dam's got put in wrong. But yeah, that'll be a good indication. I was telling somebody the other day that the more thorough you do your investigative test hole digging for a pond, the better off you'll be. I mean, you need to figure out what you got before you put a pond in, and charge for it too. Don't be out there digging holes for free because they might hire somebody else. So charge for your test holes. I always do. I charge a minimum. You can't do that stuff for free. You gotta pay for your machine. You gotta value your time. And don't charge a lot, but just go out there and dig some holes. But that is solid rock down there. Another little scrape test here. Scraping for a long time, huh? And with land like this, you never know where you're going to hit a rock. I mean, there's rock everywhere in Kentucky. You can hit a shelf rock, you can hit whatever, and whatever you thought you were going to build or do, guess what? You're not doing it there anymore, because there's a damn 30 by 30 shelf rack in the way. And you ain't going to pay to bust that out. Alright, I think we're ready to close our window and plow this in. Alright, so this is what I came up with for plowing it in the hole. Sticking my bucket out as far as I can go and doing that. And that seems to be alright to kind of keep it off your cab. So I've been doing that right there. And the ashes seem to be going in there and smoking a little bit, but they're not throwing too much of a fit. You got to remember, these were not small piles. If you have a small pile, you don't really have to worry about ashes and what to make of them and this and that. But if you burned as much as I burned, you kind of have to be strategic with how you're burying ashes, at least with a smaller machine. We're not Chris with Let's Dig out here. We're a very, very, very small version of that. Although I do think that his Yanmar is a little bit smaller. He's got that VO55 Yanmar, and I want to say that's like 1,000 or 2 pounds lighter than this 60 I got. But you can see how that's smoldering. Crazy how long this stuff stays hot like that. But yeah, it's a big ass pile. Dang, it's been 7-8 days. Of course, we haven't had a ton of rain. We just had the one thunderstorm last night, but digging a big enough hole helps too. I can come from the back side and plow that clay over, toss some in there and plow some of it over from the other side and grade it out and complete my objective for today. Got a wall of clay here. Let's knock it down. Knock it down over those ashes we just burned. That you can fit a skid loader or two in. Feels good to have these buried. Just have it down to like 60 by 60 more feet of stuff that I kind of got to put some final touches on. This has been a 3-day here, 3-day there project for a while, and it looks good. I mean, it'll be add to how the rest of the place looks, and I'm very happy with it. A lot of people don't understand with smaller equipment. I don't have metal track equipment out here. I'm doing all this with a E60 and a T66. You know, there's something to be said for clearing 2 acres with a lot of trees on this stuff. I would say so, to say the least, but it's not like it's I mean, you're constantly working. You're constantly doing stuff. You're constantly pushing. Come on, baby. I guess I'm not meant to sit on top of this pile. Now I'm on top of the pile. But, you know, people, I bring it up because people think it's easy, you know. They think everything you're doing is easy, but it's like, nah, it's your work ethic that you have to have with everything else you've done in your life. Just because you're in an excavator or piece of equipment, that doesn't change. It doesn't change. You can be the most talented, best operator in the world. If you don't have the work ethic to go behind it, guess what, buddy? You're probably not going to be in business. So, talent's one thing. have wisdom. It's great to have any number of things that you need to have for business. But I'm telling you, if you don't have the work ethic, the drive to get up and go, discipline, especially when you don't want to, you're going to fail. It takes a number of things to stay in business, want to be in business in the first place. And but I will say, once you get rolling and you kind of you know what to expect, it doesn't get, it gets easier because you know what to expect. When you don't know what to expect and you're just kind of like figuring stuff out, that can be a little difficult. I wonder if I can plow some of this now. That clay's pretty tough. Yeah, it ain't willing to do it unless I raise up a little bit here and there. About the subscriber count, I should probably do that. So I went from 800 some odd subscribers to pushing close to 1,200 in a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I've been putting out a lot of shorts. I've been putting out, I put out about 3 or 4 shorts per one video. I just think it's a good thing to do, just to get people to the channel. It's YouTube's very cool because you can watch what you want to watch. Just like we were talking about football earlier. If you don't want to watch football, hell, you can watch an excavating video or 5 excavating videos for as long as you want to watch. There's all kinds of people out here. But just if you're new here and you are going to be a consistent viewer, there we go. Viewer, thank you. And this is kind of my channel. I mean, it's not all farm jobs. I definitely have some tight little landscape jobs. I have some pond jobs coming down the line. And if you look back on videos in the past, you never know what I'm going to be doing. I'll be digging a pond one day. I'll be getting a tree off a house another day. No shit, that has literally happened. But and I'll make this video probably a little bit longer. I'll have some time. I'm taking Mom to the casino for her birthday, and I'm not going to gamble. Kind of work real hard for my money. I'm going to give her a little bit of money because it's her birthday. She turned 60. Love you, Mom. But I don't remember where I was going with that. Anyways, yeah, this is it. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. It's not I got made fun of for making videos. People would always be like, now you can make your little video or say something, I'm saying it. For me, ever since I was younger, I kind of liked making videos. Me and a couple of my buddies, we would just film dumb stuff. And when I'm older, I'm 30, 31, but I still like making videos. I like doing this. It's something to reflect on. It's something that your child can watch later. It's something your parents can see. It's something your customers can see. It's something something good will come out of making a video. You know, if you're doing it, and you don't even have to do it right. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I'm barely just now learning how to like edit and make quick clips and doing all that and taking more time and putting more time into what I'm doing. But and it does take time. You can't edit and be done with something before, you know, you got to have a final product. You got to do better. You can't just, oh, hey, this is me talking. You still got to go in, kind of watch each clip, take some off the beginning, the end, maybe do a few clips in between, put it all together, and make a video. It's not a secret formula. It's not a one fits all. You kind of just, honestly, the only thing it seems like is just more work. So when you're trying to edit and get good at videos and this and that, like it literally is just adding more work. Now in the cab, it's not bad, but like the videos where I get out, set up other shots, see where the sun is, see where the best thing's going to be for what I'm doing at that moment, or how can I capture the sound from the tracks or whatever. Just, it's literally limitless for what you can do for yourself for editing. And, you know, even the thumbnail, today I'm thinking about what thumbnail am I going to put up there. Because it, you know, people can watch your videos, they can like the relaxing hydraulics, they can like what you're doing, they can like learning, they can like whatever, but at the end of the day, if you're going to drive traffic to your channel, you kind of got to put in the work to do that, and then YouTube kind of sees that, and then they drive it to other things, and, you know, but just plan on, if you ever do get into this, plan on putting at the end of each work day, or if you upload every other day, 30 minutes to an hour of editing, literally. And like I said, this is just small time editing. I'm not Andrew Camarada, or, you know, how I mean, his editing and what he does in his videos never, like, I'm blown away every time I watch it. Like, how many times he clicks stuff and drags. I'm sure he's gotten faster at it, but it's insane the work that some of these people are putting in for their videos. Let's step over a little bit. And not only that, I mean, YouTube is like, all right, we want to get people to watch your video. And so then, like, before you can move further or hit the next milestone, you have to get people watching your videos for a certain amount of hours. So that factors in too. So then that ties into the editing. That's like, all right, well, how can I get people to like keep watching? Like, how do I get somebody to watch for the whole video instead of watching? The answer to that with excavating is like, people just have to love excavating. I mean, people aren't watching my channel going, wow. You know, it's for people that love excavating, love equipment, and all that stuff, and kind of know what I'm doing. So it's a niche inside a niche inside a niche. And you see how I'm trying. See, I told you it will look like nobody's ever been here, besides for this color play. Anyways, that's probably going to be it for today. I need to finish up here in the next 20 minutes and go get Mom, take her on her birthday stuff, and don't know what the weather's going to do for another video coming down the line. It's possible that that's going to be a Monday thing, that I might get back out here and do some stuff with the excavator as far as cleaning the rest of this up. Maybe. I don't know how much rain we're going to get. That's the key. I know it's never getting rain Monday, but not, I'll be maybe on another driveway job. Maybe I'll be, who knows. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you in a day or two from now. I hope everybody has a good Sunday and is able to love the people in their life that they have, even if it's hard. So, until next time.